welcome back into Studio 10. And from one powerful organization to another, you know, mental illness can oftentimes be invisible, and unfortunately it's not something we notice until it's too late. But Liz Baker, who works with the Michigan chapter of the American Foundation for Suicide Prevention, is here with us today on Studio 10, and she's going to tell us how we can offer a supportive hand. So first of all, thank you so much for joining us, Liz. How are you?
Thank you so much for having me. I'm very excited to be able to talk about our organization.
That's awesome. So yes, so tell us, what does the American Foundation for Suicide Prevention, you guys are making mental health a national priority, but how exactly are you doing that?
Yeah, so like you said, we're a national organization, and what we're doing is we're hosting fundraising walks and different events that happen across the country. And through that, we're able to raise funds for research, education, prevention materials and programs, as well as advocacy.
That's awesome. And how else are you guys doing this? You're promoting this locally as well, with a few events that we'll get into in a minute. But how else are you guys doing that right here in our state and in our town?
Yeah, so in our state, we're hosting events all of the time. Like you said, we'll get into that in here in a second. But we also have some different programs that are specifically for survivors of suicide loss, providing that support, because we know that experiencing a loss to suicide is a loss like no other, and it rocks your world. So being able to come in with that support and love and you know, just kind of help people through that is a passion that I've found, especially within this organization. So it's been really neat to help continue to spread our resources and talk to area organizations and partner together and work with people.
And I hear that passion in your voice. And if you don't mind telling us, what drew you specifically to work with this organization?
Yeah, so in 2014, I lost a good friend to suicide. I was 17 years old. I literally just had graduated high school. And like I said, it rocked my world. Honestly, it changed the entire trajectory of my life, because now this is what I do. I was able to, I stumbled across an Out of the Darkness walk, and I wasn't sure that I wanted to go in that moment, but I decided to end up going, and 10 years later, I'm glad that I did, because now I serve on the chapter as our secretary, as well as hosting events and things like that. So,
and I think that's part of the healing process as well. You know, is the fact that now you're still able to find something positive. You're able to help other people who have been in that same position that you were when you were 17.
Yeah.
Now tell us about that Out of the Darkness walk that's happening this Sunday. Tell us what that's all about.
Yeah, so the Lansing Out of the Darkness walk is taking place at Adado Riverfront Park. Registration will start this at 11 a.m. And we're thrilled to be able to offer this event again to the community. We moved from Hawk Island in 2019 to Adado, so we're, you know, in the center of Lansing. We're visible, and when the walkers take to the streets, they're gonna see, Lansing will see almost 1,000 people walking for this cause to raise awareness, to show support and solidarity for those who have passed and those who are struggling.
That's
so it's
awesome.
it's a day of hope. I certainly hope that people will draw an incredible amount of strength from this day.
And I'm sure they will. Now, I'm sure everyone at home is watching, definitely wants to get involved. Is this something you have to register for in advance? Can they do that on the day of? Can you give us some more of those logistics on how we can participate?
We encourage people to register beforehand, and registration will be open until, I believe, tomorrow at midnight. So you can go to afsp.org/Lansing to register, and then when you register, it will create like an online profile for you where you can share that to help raise funds. The money that we're raising through this walk, like I said, is helping us be able to bring our resources and training to the community at no cost.
That's
so
awesome.
Being able to continue to do that, and we have a $75,000 goal. It's a lofty goal, but we're on track to hit it.
That's right. So we'll have more information online as to how you can join. But one last thing, because this is such a hard topic and a hard thing for people to grapple with, what's one last thing you want our viewers to know if they are interested in attending this weekend?
This weekend, I hope that people, like I said, draw strength. You know, people hear it's a suicide prevention walk, and they're like, I don't know. They kind of want to, you know, shy away from it. But in recent years, stigma, we've seen, you know, that stigma is starting to go down. So if that is something that you're thinking of, if you are somebody who has struggled with your own mental health, this is an event where everybody is welcome. It's such a caring and open space. So I really hope that people are able to set that stigma down for a moment and just take it in. It's an electric event.
That's awesome. Well, thank you so much, Liz. We'll have more information about that online, and also stay tuned. We've got